World, hey Youngworld,
Woop show.
it's Lydia.
Welcome. Woop whoop.
Welcome to the Woop Woop Show.
Woop whoop.
How about the winter crab? Woop Woop.
Woop show.
Woop Woop.
Welcome to the Woop Woop show. Da-da-da-da-da.
Hey Youngworld,
10,
Woop show.
9,
it's Lydia.
Welcome. Woop whoop.
7, 6, 5, 2, 1, 0.
Woop whoop. Woop whoop. Woop whoop. Yeah. I'm excited. How about you? How's your day? All right. Larita King, welcome. Who else I see? I see the Black family, welcome. F.R. Humphrey, welcome. My Tiny Garden, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Who else I have in the house? Thank you, Lady Cheryl. Thank you, TT. Welcome. Welcome, Mandel. Thank you, guys. Welcome. All right, y'all. So look, I appreciate each and Nikki, welcome. All right. Cherie, welcome. Check your email, Cherie. Goddess Leo, I love that. Welcome, Sweet Pea. Welcome, everybody. So we on what? Season 2, episode 5. Y'all, we knocking these weeks down. Time don't work for no man nor woman. You better remember that. What's up, Tina? Welcome, Tasha. Welcome, Kiki. You back yet? Whoop, whoop. All right. Welcome, Gigi. Thank you. Welcome, guys. Welcome, Jay. Welcome, each and every one of you guys. Y'all know the love is there. If you're new to my channel, you don't know what you've been missing, really. You're like, what's the Woo Woo Show? The Woo Woo Show is a live talk show with Bestyet Journey, which is me, myself. I like to open up with a prayer. I'm getting ahead of myself. So many people are here right now. You know, happy. I'm so happy. Thank you. All right. Be strong. Do not be afraid. For the Lord our God is with you wherever you go. Oh, don't be discouraged. For the Lord our God is with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. Always remember that. Because, you can't walk in this world with fear. You can't have good without bad. So don't be afraid. Just walk with your head up. Pick it up. Okay? If you ain't been around, let me show you what you've been missing. All right? Let me go and run this clip right quick because we about to have a beautiful time. Let's see. Well, TT in the garden community, what is she in garden?
Would be Laird Farmer 73.
And then you got your snow.
We got too much snow.
And they would be telling us little tidbits of things in life that would carry us things.
Creative, but I don't want to be placed in a box, and I just appreciate the fact that you accept that.
Like different things. Cooking just happens to be my passion. I've been cooking for so very long.
Birds don't even eat the fruit, but they tearing up my figs.
You have put this meal together. Do you cook fast like this all the time?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like I said, I read this book by General Colin Powell, and he says, make a plan and execute.
Make a plan and execute. Okay? All right. So listen, the next guest that I'm bringing up here is somebody that's dear to my heart. Okay? So her name is Angela. Y'all already know that. All right? Angela has been growing for many moons. It just didn't happen overnight for her. She also turned it into a business to start profiting what she grows. So, if you don't know how to profit what you grow, that's somebody you need to head on over there. I got it in the pinned in the top of the chat. She also shows us her harvest. Some of the biggest harvests you ain't never seen a table full like this. I'm surprised she ain't started putting it in chairs yet, y'all. The harvests be so big, okay? What else we got? She has chickens, and she don't went from tractor chickens to a big old tractor. Where she keep them in a tractor, she don't went to a big old hen house. Fancy, huh? I'm getting me one just like that when I grow up. Y'all, it's so many great things about this content creator, and I'm just ready to just be personal with her. So it's gonna be all about us. If you've been over here before, you know we hey Sue, welcome Sue. I talked to my guest first and then we come in the chat. So while I'm just going on how great she is, y'all, I'm bringing her on up. All right. Whoa, whoa,
Whoop, whoop.
whoa, whoa.
Hello.
Hello, Angela. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Angela, how long you been growing?
I have been growing food for about since 2010. So that would be what, 12 years? 11 years?
Pushing 12. And you
Yeah.
know, 2022, we're almost about to be at the door. You know,
Yes.
they got Christmas stuff in the stores. That's a clear sign right there.
But it
20,
was very, very interesting though how I got started.
tell me.
Um, I grew up with my grandparents and they garden a lot. So my grandfather worked for a man who owned a John Deere tractor store, but he also had a lot of farmland. And so he would leave like the last 15 rows for my grandfather to plant whatever he wanted to. And so we would go to the garden and plant there and had a great time. But it wasn't until I was working at Tennessee State University at the time, and we had some visiting administrators from South Africa. They were from a predominantly Black institution in South Africa. And there was a grant written between TSU, which is Tennessee State University, and Vanderbilt to bring their administrators here to learn our best practices. And they can go back and implement them or do whatever in South Africa. So one of them was assigned to my office at Tennessee State University. And, I was showing her how we do everything because I worked in the Career Center. And I also help students to get into graduate school, things of that nature. So we went out to lunch one day and we got to talking about our hobbies. And so she mentioned she loved gardening. And I said, so do I. And she asked me, what did I grow? And I was naming all these flowers. And she says, okay. So she said, well, how much land do you have? I said, well, it's about an acre and a quarter. She said, you have an acre and a quarter of land and you don't grow any food? I said, no. She said, what about fruit trees? I said, no. So she said, so here in the United States, you all, pay for your property or you have a mortgage and you buy everything that you eat? And I said, pretty much. And that did not settle well with me. I went home that night and I tossed and turned because that was such a wake up call.
It was.
And the message to me was, that makes absolutely no sense. If you're going to pay for a mortgage, at least get something off of the land. Not everything needs to leave your pocket. And it also gives you some independence to be able to free up that money to do some other things. And that's how I got started.
Well, that was a great motivation. A sit back, and some people might let something like that roll off their back like a wet duck. But you heard that message. You heard that call. That was a call
Yes.
right there, and you needed to hear that. And you didn't only just start doing it. I mean, because I know your garden did not start the way we see it today in 2021. I know it was processed through the last 12 years that it
Well,
takes
well,
takes all that.
yes, yes. So what I did was I went to my tractor supply store, and at that time they had a billboard with business cards for different people. And I asked about someone who could till my ground, and found someone, and I started off with about 10 rows of all in-ground gardening. And from doing in ground, I moved into raised beds
Well,
and containers. Yes.
you just taught me something already on this show that I did not get from watching your content. Go inside of Tractor Supplies and look for them business cards. If you having any trouble on being learning how to grow and YouTube just ain't enough, it's some people right there local. Just think
Yeah.
about how many beauty supply stores you went in, you see the beauty supply cards in there. Just think
Yeah.
about how many restaurants you go in and you can see a bowl full of business cards. I never thought of that. I can get the help that I need. You
Yeah.
know,
There are a lot of local farmers who do that as a side business, just till your ground for you. And at the time, it was $25, so it wasn't expensive at all. $25.
and they came on over there and tilled it
And
right
tilled
on
it
up.
up. Tilled it right up. Yes.
So everything looks great over there. Now the fence, did you create the fence later because you wanted to keep that area a certain just for that your garden? Because I know about the other garden.
Okay.
I'm talking
Well,
about garden number one.
okay. Garden number one used to be a playground
Mm,
because I had a licensed daycare here at my home.
okay.
And so I took part of what was tilled and made it a playground, and then the outer parts I kept for gardening. And then when I closed the daycare, I turned it into a garden area.
So it was
Hmm.
already fenced in for the to keep the kids safe because you live in an
Yes,
urban community.
that's correct.
Oh,
Yes.
I would have dropped my baby off there anytime. I would have saw that. I would have been like, oh yes, that's
Yes.
perfect. I know
Yes.
if they in that gate, she can't get out there in that road, honey. That is a good idea. So yeah,
Yes.
a lot
And
of your
then
go ahead.
and then I implemented how to grow food, letting them, put little seeds in soil as part of the science curriculum. And then we graduated to the chickens, and they were able to see the chickens from 1 day old until they started laying eggs. And so I think I was enjoying it a little bit more than the kids. And then the next thing you know, I started expanding.
That the expansion got real, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Yeah.
Now you have a big love for before I go to the chickens, you have a big love for flowers.
Yes.
You have a big love for plants. All of this stuff didn't happen watching YouTube, correct? When I
No, I used to read, I mean, even to this day, I have tons of magazines.
Mhm.
Tons of magazines. I did a lot of reading, watching. When I discovered gardening on YouTube, it was Lady Cheryl. I mean, I would watch every last one of her videos, and especially the one where she was touring her garden in the rain, and she was singing, "Oh, I'm walking in the rain," something along that line. But I just loved her video and loved how she had all of her raised beds so nice and organized, and she had all of her flowers growing. And so that first garden that you see that's fenced was inspired by Lady Cheryl. If you look at it, you'll see a resemblance of her garden.
yeah, with the wood chips. When you
And with
started
the wood chips, yes,
the
yes.
wood chip method, you've done that. How long have you been on YouTube? How long? When do you remember your first video?
It was about 2 years ago.
About two.
I was watching The Backyard Gardener, and I would participate in a lot of her lives on Monday at noon. And she said, "Why don't you start posting some of your videos?" Because I had never even considered it. And so that encouraged me to get started.
The backyard gardener. She's a garden channel. You guys out in Michigan.
Yes, she's in Detroit.
Detroit, Michigan.
Mhm.
She has a great channel as well. A lot of you guys may know Lady Cheryl, but you may not know the backyard gardener. She has a lot next to her home.
Yes.
She she got it going on over there. She got some sons that help her out too. Now you started. How was the beads? What's up? Did you go forward with the beads yet?
Not yet, because I spent a lot of money on getting that chicken coop
Oh, you,
together, having to do, one project at a time. But I'm thinking that hopefully by next spring I'll be ready for the bees.
well, you're not somebody who rushed into all of this. This has been a 12-year growth. So,
Yes.
for you to go into bees, I'm pretty sure this is not your first time thinking about it. And, you know, over the last 12 years on bringing them. And I know they're going to be happy, all those flowers you got. I know they're going to be happy.
Yes, I'm ready for the honey.
Oh, ready for the honey. Uh, I don't know. Of course, YouTube is a big influence. I haven't been on YouTube for many years. I've looked at YouTube for videos or clicked it and took me to YouTube, but I never was somebody who knew how to post and knew how to have a channel. I didn't know how to do all of that. But now that I'm more on YouTube than I'm on at regular TV, YouTube is just television. It's really the television, and you can choose to watch the type of content you want to watch all day long, all
Yes.
day long. So that's what it has done for me. And when you decided to come on YouTube 2 years ago, somebody just said, "Why don't you?" You just turn on the camera, and when you turn on the camera, you told the people your whole name.
Yes.
You were
Well,
telling your whole, you
the
were telling your whole name
daycare,
every video.
yes, the daycare was called Angela's Busy Bees Child Care. So I just turned it from that to Angela's Busy Bees Garden and Homestead.
So you are a busy bee though, because you have
Oh,
a lot.
yes.
You have a
Yes.
lot going on, and well,
Yes.
growing,
Love to stay busy.
growing on.
Yes.
So okay, so we talked about you only been on YouTube for 2 years now. Your channel is amazing. It's doing
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Take your time with it. Stay your course. You're doing a good job. You're giving us how you do it. You're not saying do it like this. This is how you do it. This is what been working for you. This is what's growing here for me. Your sweet potato harvest. I thought it was the cutest thing when I saw you pull that one potato out of there. I was like, how she got one potato? And it didn't even, it wasn't even smushy. It was a white potato. And I'm like, oh, she got a white potato up in there. Did you get rid of it? Did you give it to the chickens?
Oh, no, no, I kept that. That's for breakfast one day this week.
They ain't gonna get that. They didn't get that. Are your chickens spoiled?
Uh, my daughter is saying yes. They are.
They-
There's I can throw cabbage leaves or broccoli leaves, and they will stand there and look at it. But then when I throw in the chicken feed or the cracked corn, what they like, they go to that first. They will only eat the leaves if there's nothing else.
Oh, so they
Hmm.
like store bought.
Yeah, they're picky.
Oh, they want the extras. That's why they so fat.
And they don't want their food to get wet. If it gets wet and mushy, they don't like it.
So I noticed. I've looked at your content. I'm gonna say that again, and I noticed how healthy your birds are. They are so healthy. They produce when snow was on the ground.
They certainly did last year. They did.
Now I've been watching a lot of people and watching content about chicken because I soon will be embarking that one day.
Mhm.
But they talk about how chickens don't lay that many eggs in the cold. People would tell you stuff that they experience, not realizing that you can't really say that because that's not what happens at your house.
Yeah,
That's a prime example. Somebody who tells you, well, when it get cold, chickens don't really lay that many eggs, and there you go with 6 chickens and 6 eggs right there.
yeah. But I don't put any pressure on them to lay. I let them go through their natural course. If during the winter they lay eggs, fine. If they take a break, that's fine. I don't try to add anything other than what I normally feed them to encourage them to lay.
So you can encourage chickens to lay. I didn't
They
know.
say that there's some mesh or some different things that you could feed them that can encourage them to lay, but Normally, the natural order is that they do take a little break in their laying cycle. So if they
Well,
take a break, I allow them to do so.
if I like to take breaks too, so
Mhm,
I appreciate them need a break
mhm.
because I don't want to have to be going out there every day to go get an egg. I don't think. I don't know. I'm not almost ready. I'm
Yeah.
ready, but I'm not ready. I'm tired of buying. I buy 20. Well, we ain't bought that many in a minute, but we normally buy Sam's Club 4 24s a month.
Mhm,
So that's about $20. It's about $22 worth of eggs. And that'll last us about 30 days. Depends on how many eggs I'm eating, based on keto or whatever. If I'm
mhm.
keto at the time. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
when I eat my most eggs. So let's talk about the upgrade from the chicken. Now I know you found that young man who built that, and you took your time with that, and you took us on the journey. But let's talk about the first style of chicken houses that you have, because I haven't seen those nowhere but your house. I haven't
Okay.
seen those little.
Those are chicken tractors. And the first one I bought, I think I paid about $175 for it. And it can house 4 to 5 birds. And you're supposed to move it around your yard every day or every other day, so that they can be on fresh grass. But for me, after a while, they was really just killing the grass everywhere. So I said, I'm just going to put them in one spot and then give them the opportunity towards the end of the day to be able to free range, in the yard. And so I started doing that and then putting them back up at night,
Okay, okay. So
but
they
keeping their tractor in position rather than moving it all around the yard because it kills the grass. Once they start dropping their waste, it's very high in nitrogen and it burns the soil. So, you know, mhm.
so let's talk about starting your own business and you creating the area that you can, because you were helpful to me with laying down the black roofing. You told me that ain't nothing I knew. I was looking at the most expensive thing out there. Let people know why you had to create another raised bed in order to run a farmer's market. That's some good information.
The area that I'm using was part of the original garden area that I first had tilled. The only thing that I changed was going from in ground, where I was having to contend with a lot of weeds, to going to raised beds and containers. And so, because I have that other small fenced in area, I could basically grow enough food in that area for myself or for my family. But that other area is where I grow primarily for the farmers market.
Okay. And do you have to have a farmers market or to be able to be a licensed farmers market? Do you have to have a license?
Well, in order to participate in a farmers market, they want you to have certain things. They want you to have $1 million in liability insurance. They want to know that you have an established business. So it's part of the process if you want to start selling your produce. You have to go through the Department of Agriculture to make sure that you meet their requirements
Mm.
in order to start selling.
So you have a is yours a LLC?
No, I'm sole proprietorship.
Okay. Now let's talk. What about that bread?
The bread is something that I learned to do during COVID. And I practiced and practiced. And when it was time for the market, I felt confident to put it out there. And thank God it was a success. And then I also had practiced on my banana nut bread. I would get my kids or friends to taste it. And I used that as a supplement for when you don't have your produce ready just yet.
Mm.
You
Oh, wow.
still have something on your table.
Yeah.
In addition to your eggs, you've got your bread, you've got your banana nut bread, your zucchini bread. You've got your herbs because they just constantly grow. But while I'm waiting on my turnips or my mustards or collards, I still have something that I can offer to be a full participant during the season that the farmers market is open.
And I'm pretty sure you love it.
I love it. I do. I actually do.
I love meeting people. I don't know if I know I'm ready to take all those A B C D E F G steps, but I like to go out there to hang out with you
Yes.
and get the people to come to the table and sell the whole table out. Okay.
Yes.
And you also have beautiful plants and cuttings from in the home that are rare, and plants are a big thing now. People just love plants. Um,
And not to mention the vegetable transplants too, during growing season. I mean, if you're sowing seeds for yourself, throw some more in and you can sell those as well.
it, and that makes so much sense. And you pretty much made, I mean, what a pack of seeds cost? Well, you buy your seeds by the pound. You
Some
don't
of
even.
them, some of them. But I also do Dollar Tree.
Oh, okay. Because Dollar Tree do have the seeds for us too. Don't forget, Dollar Tree have seeds, and but I was amazed when I saw that big thing of seeds. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of seeds. And
Yes, that's from the co-op.
the co-op is
It's called the Tennessee Farmers Co-op. They should have them, I think, in every state, but they also supply farmers, so that's why a lot of stuff is in large quantity.
Okay,
Mhm,
got it,
mhm,
got it.
mhm.
So we got our new chicken coop, and it's nice. Oh, I can see the flowers hanging from it. I'm glad you made a raised bed on the side of it.
Yes.
And these are chickens for eggs only, not for harvesting, correct?
They will go into the freezer once they have completed their laying years.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I typically add new chickens every year because as some will be phasing out, more will be laying. They generally lay for about 3 years and then after that they slack off. But by that time, I've already replaced my layers.
Okay. Do you
Mhm.
harvest them yourself, or do you have someone do it for you?
I have someone who can do it for me.
I know that's
Mhm.
right.
Yeah,
I'll keep that in mind. I'll be looking for that business card too when I go to the tractor supply
yeah.
and find me somebody. Because I would love to harvest my meat, in that type of cycle. But, do I want to be? No, that's not what I
Hmm.
can do.
Yes, yeah.
That's not
The
what I
last
can do.
the last rooster that I had, I got rid of him and I called one of my friends who's from the Philippines, and she gladly came and took care of it and cut him all up and brought him back to me. I was like, that's my girl right there.
You go ahead, keep half, but just bring me the other half.
Exactly.
That's wonderful. That is so wonderful. I mean, because your neighborhood can't have roosters, correct?
Not really. And they are making noise right now. I'm like, okay, keep it up. Keep it
Oh
up.
yeah, yeah. You got how many out there roosters so far? You know,
Two.
two. Well,
Two
they go.
roosters.
You're not even gonna try to buy the collar or nothing like that. You,
No,
you're gonna just go
no.
ahead and get them and keep the peace in the neighborhood.
Yeah, eventually.
Yes. So yeah, I noticed. I don't know if you seen it when Bull had too many roosters. He had a lot of them, and he
Yeah.
was gonna take them to a farm to have them live out their life somewhere else. And then people start letting him know, well, man, they just gonna do what you
What
ain't
you,
willing to do, and they gonna cook them. And he
yes.
got to thinking, and he did it. It didn't look easy,
Mhm.
but he got it done, and he went on and harvested that meat, and end up having great meat. So it makes sense to let them live out their time there, and then go ahead and harvest them and bring the food into the house. So
That's
that's
right.
that's something you teaching me too. So I appreciate you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. So a lot of people that watch your content, um, they'll realize that hey, you have a garden sidekick. Her name is Eva, honey, and she be out there helping you in that garden. I'm pretty sure all the grandkids probably will, but it's something about her hands on it, her wanting to learn it, and just being so enthused. Now, she's somebody who started in your daycare.
Yes, Ava has always been, well, she's been in my daycare since she was 6 weeks old.
Okay,
Hmm. But I've since closed the daycare, but she did
right.
complete the whole, what, 4.5 years in my daycare.
Yeah, I can just see that she's familiar with the garden. Period.
Yes.
It don't look like, because my grandkids come over here right now. They can be like, "Grandma, what's this? Can we taste it?" I say, "Out the garden." Yeah,
Hmm.
can we taste it? What about the book? They don't care about none of that. They just want to taste everything because they veggie kids. They don't eat
Hmm.
meat, so they eat vegetables. So
Yes.
it's a pleasure to having them visit. But if they lived here, I'm pretty sure they would just be amazed about behind the growth and how everything just sprouts out. You put a seed in the ground, and this is what a carrot looks like. This is
Yes.
what cabbage looks like. Oh, it
Yes.
started from this little pebble. That
Hmm.
that little seed for those brassicas. Oh my
Yes, it's
goodness,
amazing. It's
it's
amazing.
so amazing. And it goes back kind of, if you think about the word, they said have faith stronger than the mustard seed. Well, a mustard seed is about as big as those brassica seeds.
Hmm.
But the tree it creates is massive. So
And the seeds it produces,
it
that
oh
one seed produces so many other seeds.
exactly. The chain of life is a beautiful thing, and we all that are in a growing mode or growing something, whether it's flowers, or it's food, or it's fruit, or it's a tree. Once you learn that gift, it's amazing. It's amazing. You should not have all this property and not grow nothing on it. Or you shouldn't depend on um, grocery stores for small things like lettuce. They do recall on lettuce all the time.
Yes.
You can grow lettuce in a matter of weeks. A salad bowl, right there on your porch. It's
Your
just
own onion.
your own onions,
Yes.
your own peppers, your own green
Garlic. The
garlic.
list goes on and on.
I don't have to go to the store and buy garlic anymore. I have abundance of garlic. I now
Peppers.
I don't I mean, because it's fresh, it tastes better. But when I use the minced garlic, I can just take a heaping of that, and it still don't taste like no garlic is in it. But
Exactly.
when you use the bulb, it's fresher. And now that I have the cycle of growing garlic, I have an abundance of it.
And the herbs, oh my goodness, the difference in the flavor compared to what you buy in the store.
Oh my goodness. It's that basil. Oh my goodness. That
The
basil,
rosemary.
the rosemary,
Oh, the
the
sage.
oregano.
Yes.
Goodness. The oregano. It's so many things. So y'all, we've been going on for 34 minutes. I could go on forever because Angela, you are an amazing gardener and you're doing a wonderful job. I actually created a clip that I normally forget to run, but I remember today.
Okay.
So I'm gonna run this clip that I made special for my content creators that I have on the show. And I'm gonna run this one right quick for you guys. If you guys are not following Angela Busy Bee and you just even want to check her out, I have her pinned to the top. Here's a clip that I created of some things you can find over to her channel. And this is just a fraction, okay? Fraction. To Angela's Busy Bees Garden and Homestead, and this is my garden girl Ava.
Hi.
Because God has given me another opportunity of another day, so I'm so blessed Embarking on keeping bees. I'm in Tennessee in Zone 7A. What I'm showing you right now is a view of my backyard off of my balcony. My balcony is off of the master bedroom. Plastic bottle greenhouse. And as you can see, the greenhouse was built with 2-liter bottles. They used a Sprite 2-liter bottle for the roofing and Coca-Cola 2-liter bottles for the sides and the walls and the door of the greenhouse. Right over here, this section here is field peas. And as you can see, it's bearing yellow flowers, meaning that the peas are coming soon. I've been in the garden harvesting some field peas. They're also referred to as brown crowder peas. And I just wanted to share with you my berries, grapes, squash, and fruit trees. And today I would like to show you what I've harvested. I want to take you on a journey with me. And I want to show you how easy it is to purchase chickens from the Tractor Supply. Bag of Dumar 16% layer feed. And I usually use the pellets. I can't wait to share with you all how the wood chip gardening is going to do. Eating what you grow. Propagate Mexican petunia. The official name is Ruelia. And today I'm planting my very first goji berry bush. It is supposed to thrive in zones 3 through 8. It also fits the superfood. And for those of you all who have been following me, you know that I harvested some sweet potatoes. My garden girl Ava.
Hi.
And I'm with my garden girl Ava.
Hi.
Just wanted to come on today to show you that the girls are still laying despite all of the snow on the ground, as you can see here. And look at those green eggs, guys. Stem cutting from my fig.
Hi, everybody.
Guys, today this is just a quick video. Just want to share with you what's going on here on the homestead. Welcome to Angela's Busy Bees Garden and Homestead. And I'm out here with my garden girl, Ava.
Hi.
And just wanted to give you a tour of the chicken coop and run because it is now 100% finished. And I've done all of the predator proofing that I know to do at this time. And that's it. That's it. That's just a piece, y'all. Y'all know I had to get Ava all the love in the world because I know when she just says hi.
That is my big helper.
That is awesome to have that, and it's awesome to have that family love and to share the knowledge that some of us didn't get introduced to. We're gonna go into the comments at this time. We're gonna anybody who has any questions, try to put them in all caps. Angela, go ahead and start reading off and thanking some of the people who are here in the chat today.
Yes, thank you. I'm looking at Gigi. Hi, Gigi.
All
Eco
right.
Neighbor, Andale, Brampton Gardner, Yankee Sister, The Sweet Spot. Hello, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Gardening and Cocktails with Joy. Nurse Mama, hello.
Hello, that's a new one. Welcome, Nurse Mama.
Lion Crest, hello. F.R. Humphrey.
Yes.
I think I saw Broke Farmer 76. Hello. Hello, Tina. Garden State Gardener, Growing with Donnie.
So there's a question from Growing with Donnie.
What is Ava's favorite thing to grow? I think it would be strawberries.
There's a question.
Do you use native soil in your containers or just potting soil? Potting soil.
All right.
Potting soil and also compost.
Do you have do you start a compost or do you buy your compost?
I have a compost bin area, but I also buy the bag when my compost is not finished. I'll buy the little the cheap bag. I think it's called compost and manure. It's about $2 and something at Lowe's.
Okay. I'm just looking back up to
Oh, I saw Nikki. Hi, Nikki. At home with Cherie. Hello, Cherie.
welcome. Welcome.
Bessie Farm Garden. Hello.
Welcome, you guys. Welcome. Thank you. All right, let's see.
Hello, Lady Cheryl.
Oh, they said that we're gonna ask about the compost. Yankee sister. You see that?
What are the bottles you have in your raised beds?
So look, so I think this is what she's talking about. So right where you have, I think you must cover, is a loop around the white pole. Are those bottles? You could
Yes.
correct me if I'm wrong. Tell us about.
Okay. I remember when I had the plastic bottle greenhouse. I
Mhm.
took those off because a lot of mosquitoes and insects were getting in, and water was spilling up in the bottles, causing a lot of mosquitoes. So I removed those PVC pipes with the bottles that were connected one on top of the other. And so I started using them in my raised bed and just bending the UVC pipe and then putting plastic over that to kind of insulate my raised bed during the winter. But I don't have those bottles anymore. I've got rid of all of them.
How do you control your bugs?
I use a variety of different things. I've used BT, I've used Seven Dust. Um, I've tried using neem oil with a little dish soap and water. Just whatever I have on hand.
You don't complain about those things in most of your content.
Not too much because it's inevitable. You're going to get some and they're going to get some too. But I always plant more than enough because of that.
Yes, there's and you know that's something I thought about. Like, well, I don't never hear you talk about that, but that's it's gonna happen. It's gonna
Yeah.
happen. But there go Donnie. Donnie, she has a small space. She was on last week. Yeah, last week.
Mhm. Okay. What's an amendment you can't live without? I would have to say my chicken manure. I use a lot of it to add nitrogen, although I have to allow it to sit and age for a minute before you can use it. But it's a great source of nitrogen.
Okay, so here we go. Hold on. So Cherie wants to know. Okay, so Cherie wants to know this question. Thank you, sweet spot. So, do you sell at the farmers market all year? Do you garden all year? That's what Cherie wanted to know.
Okay. I participate in two local farmers markets, not the major one that's in Nashville that's all year round. So the local markets usually run from May to September. And so I only operate a farmers market during that period of time.
All right. What do you love most about gardening? And what is your favorite thing to grow? What do you have trouble growing? Nikki says she want to know it all.
What I love most about gardening is the peace of mind it gives you. Uh, it's like a meditation time. It's like your time with God. So that's what I love most about it. When it comes to what is my favorite thing to grow, I love sweet potatoes. I love green beans. I love okra. So I would have to say those three things. And what do you have trouble growing? That varies from year to year. I've had a year where I've had great success with corn, and then the next year it could be a failure. One year I can have great success with watermelon and cantaloupe, and then the next I don't get not even one. So it's when it comes to that, I mean, you never know how things are going to pan out from year to year. So I just go out, do the very best I can, and give it to God and what He wants me to have. He's going to allow it to produce, or He'll give me the money to go to the store to buy it at the grocery store. But I don't fret over it.
That's right. That's right. So I don't think when I brought you up here, we talked about, well, I did talk about it a little bit. If you guys got any more questions, we'll try to address them between the chats and between the games. So this part of the show is the game. You ready?
I think so.
All right. So this is a game where we only using our ears. All right. We're only listening. So it may be a vocal, meaning a song or somebody singing or whatever. So if it's Beat It by Michael Jackson, you say, oh, that was Beat It. It might be a YouTube channel, because I like to always show love everywhere. And you may hear them talking. And so then, therefore, you say, well, that was Bestyet Journey, Lydia, something like that. And it might be an insect, or it might be a sound that you'll recognize. But when it plays, it's no stopping, it's playing it again. So it'll say next. It'll say next when the next one is coming. So I got to stop talking or something. But we have time between there to answer. Answer after the sound is over, and then everybody can hear your answer.
Okay.
So once you hear the sound, you know the sound, then it'll go away. You still got like 30 seconds to answer. We can talk and talk in the chat and stuff like that. Don't be like Nikki. Don't know nothing. She lost. All right. So the game, I like to call it What's the V? So I'm gonna break it up. Here we go. All right. And I just push play on it, and we'll get started. Let's see. Let me pull it back and push play. What's the V? The game that plays off C. What's the V? What's the V? What's the V? It's a game you plays off C. Come on, play that game with me. What's the V?
Mr. V?
What's the V?
What's the V?
That was me saying that.
Oh.
I don't know what's taking so long. Oh, here we about to start now.
Okay.
What's the V?
Ducks.
Nope.
Geese.
Mm-mm. You got plenty of them.
Chickens.
I'm not gonna be giving you no clues while you talking about some ducks. Don't the ducks say quack quack?
Sounded like ducks to me.
Oh, it's chickens. It was chickens. Here we go.
Hello, guys. I just want to make a quick video about growing strawberries and what do you do when you have runners.
What's the V?
Lady Cheryl.
See, I thought you weren't going to get that, because that's Lady Cheryl. She talks about, her voice has changed. That's a different sound that we hear today. And a lot of people might, I said, well, she wondered if she could get it. But that's one of her first couple of videos.
Yep.
Lady Cheryl. That exactly was her. So, oh, well, look, everybody knew it was Lady Cheryl. What's the V?
Brandy?
Nope.
No Scrubs.
Oh, you by who?
Destiny's Child.
Oh yeah, that is that's
yeah,
that's right. That's right.
They give us eggs. So this will be their feast for the week.
Essayon's Family Gardening.
That was right. Oh, so Strubs is by TLC. but you still got struggles. But I think you looked in the comments. All right. So yeah, that was Rob. It was Rob. I thought I'll go ahead and find Rob in there. And I was like, yeah, I got Rob. I'm going to use Rob this week. You guys check out Ession's Garden. He's a great channel. Don't forget the ring. What was the sound?
I don't know that one.
Come on, y'all. What y'all got? What was that one? Somebody said it. Correct.
La Vida Loca?
Living the Vida Loca. Oh, Tina, we gotta get you back up here now. She be here we go. What's the V?
Birds?
No birds. No.
Crickets?
Correct. Crickets. Somebody know your daughter was helping you out too. She said, Ricky Martin. Living the Vida Loca. I don't even know the words no more, y'all, but I knew the song. Welcome, Clausen.
Winter going into spring, so I know you're still gonna have high temperature, low temperatures, but you need 75 to 85 degrees. So maybe your garage or put it out in the full sun.
What's the V?
Oh my goodness. He did the ice cream with the peanut butter. What's his name? Food Forest. Not Danny's Food Forest. Oh goodness.
What's the V?
Dance Permaculture Food Forest.
And what was the next one? Did you hear the noise?
No, I didn't hear the noise.
You missed the sound. You didn't hear nothing?
No.
They told you, but you didn't hear it. So she didn't listen. So she don't get that one. It was a dog. It was a dog barking came through. What's the V?
It's Bob Marley.
Yes, it is. What's the song?
Stand Up for Your Rights.
No.
Help me. We jamming.
No, that wasn't We Jamming neither. That was One Love.
Okay.
So that was Dan Permaculture, but you put a Dan E on it. You were like, it's not Dan, it's Permaculture. It was just Dan Permaculture. But you were right. You did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did an amazing job. Welcome to the house, Dorsha. Welcome. And that was it. That was What's the V, the letter V. So basically it's a voice, a vocal, or a vibration, meaning the sound. And I had so much fun. Looked like everybody had fun too. It was helping you out. They were giving you all the answers. They weren't playing. They were I saw somebody say One Love too, but it kind of like that was I'm gonna go back to her name. Let's see. Another Stacy. No, that's Crystal. Right there. A whole new perspective. That's a great channel. Let's see. Oh, it was Crystal down here. All right, so there we go. So, okay, so we're coming up on the last 6 minutes of the show. This part of the show, I like you to go in and thank everybody, and you can tell them what they can expect of your channel. You can tell them, encourage the people, and let's go ahead and make you center and thank everybody.
Okay. thank you all so much, guys, for watching and for all of your support. I really appreciate it. You all have really been a blessing to me. And I know that a lot of you are interested in also having a market garden and selling at a farmer's market. Well, I want you to know that it doesn't take a large garden to do so. You can do seed transplants. You know, you can grow you tomatoes, plants, peppers, eggplant, what have you, and sell at the farmers market. If you grow a lot of herbs, you can package them as well and sell them as fresh herbs, or you can dry them and create your own label and have your own seasoning line. You can sell peppers. I know that there are a lot of farmers out there that come out with large quantities of tomatoes and squash and all of that, but you can do the same thing and perhaps make more money by just changing the way you do them. For example, if you have a lot of peppers, well, you're not going to sell large amounts of peppers, but you can make pepper jelly with what you have and make more money than someone who's selling trays of peppers. Another thing you can do is you can take your okra and you can do pickled okra, put them in mason jars, uh, waterproof can them, and what they sell for, you would be surprised. A pint-sized jar of pickled okra here in the Tennessee area sells for like $8. And then the quart would sell for $12, which, I mean, if you were trying to sell okra just by itself, you may not have that quantity to really make a profit. But if you decide to pickle them, you make more money that way. So I'm always looking for ways and ideas that I can use what I have to grow and make money from it, because I spend a lot of time in my garden, and time is money. So whatever you're doing, you want to do it to the glory of God and pray that He'll help you to grow. And that's just been my philosophy and the way I think about different things, and just try to be resourceful, to be helpful to my family. And I thank God for what I've been able to do. And I learn from all of you guys. I don't just watch the larger YouTube channels, I also enjoy watching new channels and as they're growing. And you'd be surprised how much you would learn from someone who might just be starting out. So don't ever limit yourself when it comes to gardening, because there's so much to learn and we'll never really know it all. But this has been a wonderful journey, and I've come to love every last one of you. And I thank you so much, Lydia, for having me on your show today. Thank you.
I thank you. You guys, thank you very much. Thank you, Angela, for coming aboard with us. I'm going to go ahead and put you down in the basement. Thank you for coming on the show with me.
Thank you.
All right. So, y'all, that was it. Wasn't that amazing? Wasn't that some great information? I didn't even think about pickling all them okra I'm picking up. I'm up here freezing okra like my mind gone bad. But those are some things I could be thinking about to bring some other streams of income in. And I hope it was just as helpful to you guys as it was for me, because it was helpful for me. Because I don't want to go back and work a job. You know what it stands for. J, just, O, over, B, broke. But so yeah, so y'all know at the end of the show, I like to also just encourage supporting other channels and going over and looking at products. I don't really have a product today, but I got a product today. You can support. What's all this? I don't like that light no more. That light ain't my friend. This is Lion Crest Outdoors. I don't like this light. This light is not being helpful to me right now at all. All right, let's see. Cut it off. There we go. Cut it off. So this is let's get it. All right. Let's get this day going. Let's get these brains ticking. Let's get this God going. If you guys are interested in purchasing this cup, you can find it over at Lioncrest Outdoors channel. This cup can be very motivating. Let's get it. All right. We need those extra. Get on out there and get your cup. He got t-shirts and he has sweatpants and hoodies. The weather is definitely breaking right now. Y'all, that bird ain't came over here yet. I was ready for him this week. Okay. What else? I have a collab that I'm doing, and I'm looking for people to be a part of a bean collab. Yes, beans. It's going to be very fun. I don't want to share how it's going to flow here, but if you're interested, please check your email or email me to be a part of this collab. The collab drops on October 31st. Okay. What else I got? That's about it. Y'all ready for next week already? Because I am too. And next week is going to be good too, y'all. Y'all think Angela was good. Next week, turn up for next week. All right. Lift each other up. All right. Always just lift each other up. We're all doing the best that we can in life. Holla back with the window crack. Woo woo. Hey, Youngworld. Hey, Youngworld. Whoop, whoop, shout. It's Lydia. Welcome. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Welcome to the Whoop Whoop Show. Whoop, whoop. Holla back with the window crack. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Welcome to the Whoop Whoop Show. Hey, Youngworld.